Good morning, everybody. I am back with some more content to share with you. I hope that everybody is doing well. Most of my thoughts really does come to me in the morning time. A lot of the reflecting I do in my own life, and a lot of aha moments I have within myself. And really, oftentimes, the most sensitive topics are the ones that I need to talk about. One, because if it's a sensitive topic, I recognize that it's a block that I have within myself or have had within myself that I have dug deep and said, oh, this is a fear that you have within yourself, or this is a belief that you've carried about yourself. And either I've overcome it or I'm working through it. But I know it is a common connection, or I'm not the only one that has either that might be struggling with it. And so, because I have in my own healing journey have broken down a lot of barriers, a lot of blocks, a lot of beliefs about myself. I've done a lot of healing work. And because I have seen the transformation in my own life, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, I have really seen my whole life like literally transform for the better. And I saw in my life how it was possible when there was a time in my life when I feel that it was possible, when I didn't believe that it was possible. But God spoke to me, and I decided to lean into that truth. And each day was an everyday step by step thing that I decided to do on my journey of really just accepting the truth of who I am. I think that's the hardest thing for me, and I'm quite sure that many people can relate to that. It's being so accustomed, that I'm getting ready to talk about, being so accustomed to the struggle, being so accustomed to holding on to these fears, holding on to these self-sabotaging um, lower vibration beliefs, through many reasons as to why you might be holding on to those beliefs, why you might be holding on to that pain, that fear, that limiting belief that you might be holding on within yourself. And I shared it more in content in the previous video, so you guys can check out that live. Um, but nevertheless, I wanted to share with you this particular topic that I believe is so common for many Black women, many people in general. But because my passion and my line of work is really targeted towards Black women, um, that is who I really am sharing this content with. Anybody, it's really for everyone, but my target is for Black women. And so the title is why, the title I have here is You Can Have What You Truly Desire. Now, I have a question mark there. And the reason why I have a question mark there is because that was really the question mark was really my former self asking me those, asking God, or asking the future self of me, wow, I can really have what I desire. And if you can't relate to that, it was like, here it is, my higher self, or God was speaking to me, telling me who I really was. And here it is, the person, the woman that didn't know who she was, the woman that had the low image or low self-esteem about herself, the woman that felt that she wasn't enough, the woman that had all these different fears going on within herself. And in my time of transformation, when those truths were speaking to my when my higher conscience was speaking to me, when God was speaking to me, it was a question mark that I was having within myself, like, really? And so because of that, those question marks that I had within myself, I recognized that those were blocks that I had within myself. Anytime you doubt what is speaking to you, anytime you doubt what your intuition is saying to you, it is those blocks, those fears, those beliefs, those attachments that you have said yes to, that you've, linked ties with, and you said yes to, and it's like going against the very thing that you desire. So I want to talk about four different bullet points as to why you can be in your own way as to not having what you truly desire. Why you can be in your own way as to not having what you truly desire. Before we begin, I just feel led to just share this really quick. Speak this over your heart. I can have what I truly desire. And instead of saying I can have, I want you to say, I have what I truly desire. I want you to switch and change your level of thinking, change your level of consciousness from not believing that something is out of reach, but rather something that you desire, what has been placed in the inside of your heart already is established. And you shifting your conscience, you shifting your belief, you shifting that energy, you shifting your focus, you shifting your vibration, calling it in, assuming the feeling, visualizing it and being in that feeling is really where it starts first. Visualizing it, being in that feeling, and calling it in as your now. Calling it in as your now. And if you might have some sense of resistance, some form of speak, something that is doubtful, that's speaking words of doubt or words of fear, know that these are blocks that you've created on an unconscious level in your mind that says, that goes against what's been placed in your heart. And so you might be saying, well, why is it that I haven't received what I truly desired? And that is due to an unconscious belief that is pushed against your very true desire. Okay. And so number one, and I could really go into deep depth into that. So I'm just going to stick with these four bullet points. Number one, your own hidden beliefs. I kind of touched on that, but I'll just reiterate it. Your own hidden beliefs are in your own way from you living the life that you desire now. And you might say, well, I don't know, call it out, whatever it is within you, whatever that looks like for you, whatever desire. You might say, I don't know, weight loss or a relationship or your health or a particular feeling that you desire to have. It is not, let me pause and share this with you. It is not the things, it's not the relationship, it's not whatever you visualize, the tangible, the materials are, the materials are good to proclaim, they're good to have a visualization of it. But I want you to know that it's not in your things that is going to create your sense of happiness. You are the life source, the desire, the life source, the joy, all that you desire, God has placed within you. Okay. All that you desire, what God has placed on the inside of your heart, that burning desire, that won't leave. I remember it was Abraham Hicks talked about desire, how desire oftentimes is like a cork, a wine cork. And it's like, you can try to suppress it all you want, but that cork is going to come right back up to the water. Right. And so oftentimes I think we kind of get mixed up, or we get caught up with the belief of not feeling worthy, or not feeling that I don't want to be let down. So let me just, aim low, or it happened for them, but it may not happen for me. So I'm just not going to get my hopes up. And so I want you guys to understand the power that it works within you, the power, the desire, the enthusiasm, that passion, that is God. You are the embodiment of the very thing that you are made of. You embody the very thing that you are made of. So when you suppress that, you're suppressing the very true essence of who you are. Get that. It was so, there was such a level, there was such a block that I had of this slavery mentality of me thinking that God didn't want me to have abundance, and God didn't want me to be jovial, and God didn't want, and it was just stuck to this limiting, just stuck to the struggle, stuck to the fear, stuck to surviving, stuck to keeping your head above water. And this is not how God desires for us to be. And so I want you to first understand that if there is a level of resistance of what I'm sharing with you, that the reason why there's a level of resistance of what I'm sharing with you is because of a block. It's because of a belief or an attachment that you felt you had to attach to hold on to. And I break this down further into how to heal from the root. On the you guys can see the link at the bottom, Heal Your Heart. And this is really about identifying and healing from the root. Healing from the root. When God was showing me the truth of who I was, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. But I had to take the necessary steps to tap within to recognize what were the blocks that was getting in my own way, that wasn't allowing me to move forward. And sometimes you're moving forward doesn't look pretty, or sometimes you're moving forward, or your process or your act of faith, assuming the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Sometimes your faith is oftentimes not going to look like the perfect image, okay? But it is not about your faith being a certain way or polishing it up, or, oh, well, let me wait till it looks pretty, or let me wait till I get ready. If you wait around, there will never be a perfect time. There will never be a perfect, the ideal time for you to be the person that you desire. The person that you desire is already within you. The person that you desire is you. Is you. The only thing that is in your way is you. The only thing that is in your way are the beliefs that you are stuck and held on to. The only thing that is in your way are the habits, or are the attachments that I talk further into the course. Those are the only things that's in you, are in your own way. You are in your own way. The things or whatever that it is that you desire is not your validation that defines who you are. It's not. I know you guys have heard of many people who were rich or wealthy, right? And people who still battled with suicide or still battled with depression. Why? Because oftentimes you find that it's not in the things. So I want you to get your mind off of thinking that, oh, when this happens, then I'm going to be. I want you to assume the feeling, because all the abundance, all the joy, all the love, all the healing that you have, all that you desire is already placed in you. All that you desire, your healing, your breakthrough, your love, your abundance, your joy, your peace, your whatever it is that you desire, you already possess it. You already possess it. You already possess it. And so I want you to know the power that you have. Know who you really are. And recognize and tap into what is it that is blocking you and keeping you from not aligning to that truth. Jesus said, I came that you might have life, and that you might have it more abundantly. But that life is within you. That life, that river, that water, that flow is within you. It's within you. It's within you. It's within you. So all that you desire, I repeat again, it already is. but it is a matter of you recognizing what those spiritual strongholds, what those beliefs, what those attachments, what those blocks might be. And God is giving you the power to know that you can detach from them, that you can be healed from them, and that you can call it in now, and that you can start it now. Don't wait till the end of the year. Don't wait till next year. Your now is now. It's now. There will always be something, coronavirus, something on the news. Um, Daughter sprained her ankle. Um, I don't know, it's too cold outside, it's too warm outside. There will always be some type of distraction or reason as to that you could say yes to, that your reason as to why you can't. And those are, you're saying, if you're saying yes to them, then you're right, right? And so it's a level of free will that we all have. So hope that you guys got something out of it. We are truly, truly powerful, and you do not have to attach yourself to those beliefs and to recognize them. So once again, I said, Heal Your Heart mini course is really going to help you identify and heal from those roots. We are not made to live a life of keeping our head above water, but there is a life of thriving and a level of soaring and abundance that we all have access to. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys another time, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow. Bye.